Yes guys, check this out. We've got a super cool little MGB V8 in. I'm going to show you around the car in a sec. It's a proper cool little thing. This is in for the starter motor rattling. So every other turn it goes and it doesn't want to start. It's like the teeth in the starter motor aren't engaging. I think it's the starter motor sticking. Let's get into it and see what happens. So I think we'll start by just jibbing in and giving you a little tour. This thing is super cool. Check out the seats. It's got like racing bucket seats. This guy takes it on tours around Europe and everything. Mega cool. It's got air conditioning, electric windows, digital dash. Just turn it on there. The alarm will probably go off though. Yeah, digital dash. Mega cool thing. In the back it's more of a tourer, there's no back seats. But yeah, this thing is super cool. It's been really well done. Nice digital radio as well, all electric, everything. Brill car. I'm coming in underneath the bonnet. You can see the amount of work that's gone into this thing. It's had the wings cut out properly for all the headers. It's got aircon pump, beautiful radiator, twin fans. The wiring's a little bit funky there, but the rest of it is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Big 4, what is it? I think it's a Rover V8, 4 point whatever, 4 litre, 4.4, 4.2, 4 litre, who knows? I don't know. Mega cool thing. Big Edelbrock carburetor on it as well. Nice intake, nice big air filter. And our starter motor is right down there somewhere. So I think we'll just whip it out and check the teeth and everything. So just before we jump on the job, I'm going to see if I can get it to replicate the problem, and then you know exactly what we're doing. So as you saw then, on the first turn, it just rattled and didn't engage. And we don't know why, but it does start up. Well, you saw it start up every time after that. So there's some intermittent problem. I think it's the throw out on the starter motor. So I'm going to pull that out first and check the teeth on that, and obviously check the ring gear as well that's inside. But I think it's starter motor. Let's get it out. So the first thing I'm going to do, chaps, is dive in. I've already moved the rear seat, and I'm going to, not rear seat, the rear cover, whatever it is, and I'm going to disconnect our battery. Now this one is the negative, so we'll just get a 13. Give this a little turny turn, and then it'll be safe to work on. Because if you're messing about with batteries, starter motors, you've got the big thick wire, and you don't want that arcing out while you're working on it. So that's nicely disconnected there, and we can send it up in the air, and we can get the starter motor out. Alrighty then fellas, we're up and under now. We can have a nice look under here. This is a super cool car. I really like it. No doubt it's got a bit of a diff in it maybe. Got some nice gas adjustable shocks. And coming forward, there's a funky gearbox. That's certainly not standard for an MGB anyway. Don't know what that is. It might be out of an MX-5, I think he said he might be. If you know, let me know in the comments, because I don't know what I'm bloody looking at. I know how to fix stuff, but I've no idea what it is. And coming forwards, obviously we've got our nice adjustable shocks at the front as well. Everything looks really nice. It's got some posh Willwood brakes as well. And coming round to the starter motor, looks pretty easy to get out. We've got one bolt here and one bolt up here on the top. Don't know how I'm going to get that one out. Maybe a long extension up through there, something like that. So we're going to take our wiring off. We've got our little starter solenoid wire as well that we can take off. We'll just note which one that's on. That's on the lower one there. And that's not coming off, so I'll get that off. I'll get the bolts out and we'll see how we get the starter out. So we'll just take our 13mm. That wasn't very tight. We'll just note where all these, oh, that's the nut. That's just gone flying. So the nut wasn't on very well, but that won't make it not do its thing. And we'll just disconnect those wires. And they can go back on nicely later on. You can see this will be the main feed from the battery, which is why you got to disconnect the battery. And then we'll just pop off our little starter solenoid wire. That goes to the key. That's what tells the starter to kick in. But that is very stiff to get off. There we go, she's off. Right, we can tuck them out of the way, like so. And we'll start by undoing this bolt. Okay, so I've just tapped in our Allen key bolt. Looks like it's going to be quite tight. I think it's an 8mm. Yeah, 8mm. Oh, and just crack it off there. There we go. And we'll keep hold of that bolt because we don't want to lose that one. It looks like a nice bolt. I think she's nearly there. There she is. There's a long ass bolt. Right, I think I'll just whip the top one out. I'm not going to be able to film that because that's right up there. But I'll whip it out and get the starter out. And we'll have a nice look at it, shall we? Right, managed to get that bolt out. So I thought I'd bring you along for the birth of the old starter motor. Let's see if we can ease her out here. Oh yes, there we go. Just a 14 or a 9/16, something like that. On first impressions, it looks okay, but we'll test it. That is a big old bugger. I just thought I'd check the ring gear first. It doesn't look too bad. I've had a quick poke around. The teeth don't look diabolical. There's a little bit of wear on them, but I've certainly seen worse. So I think what I'll do next is just get a battery on this and check that this is working properly. This throwout, if I can just show you, this throwout, oh, I've sustained another life-threatening injury as well. I do that quite often. So this throwout here, if I can just do it, nope. There we go, that's a bit better. So if I can just show you, it is a little bit sticky. The shaft isn't quite lubricated where it throws up on. It has got a couple of marks on it. So I think what I'm going to do is give that a nice clean off, grease that, and yeah, inspect the ring gear slightly more, just make sure I'm happy with it. Right fellas, I've just jerry rigged up our starter motor. This is a very crude way of testing the starter motor. You get your positive and your negative. Negative onto the body of the starter motor itself and positive onto your big nut on the end. And then what you can do is just get any old screwdriver and just go between the positive and your starter wire that goes to the key, and we can just test it now. Now it seems pretty powerful. It's throwing it out pretty nice. I have gone ahead and greased our little shaft here just to give it a better chance in case it was sticking or whatever. What I have noticed though is this little bearing here. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. See, there's a brass bearing on the end here, right there. And when I jib it, the brass bearing is actually moving. So I don't know if that could be causing it to come off center or something, but we'll just continue with our little diagnosis and see how we get on. It seems to want to move in as well if you can push it back in. Don't know if that's going to be our issue or not, but hey, you let me know what you think. Now while we're under here, there is a little inspection hatch that you can remove. and this will let us see the teeth on the ring gear a lot better than through the flywheel hole. So I'll whip these bolts out. Oh, dropping in. And then we'll have a look inside and see if we can see a bit of a better example of how the teeth condition are. Like that. Oh, and what's just fell out? Let's have a guess what it is, chaps. It's a Vaudrey's branded beer mart once again. Chuck us a subscribe, a comment and a like. Like I said before, jump onto my Instagram. I'll put the link down below or on the screen. Send us a message on there and I can always send you one out dead cheap if you want one. Nice one. A much better view. I've got the torch on it as well. We can really inspect those teeth. They really don't look that bad at all. I don't know if it's going to be the ring gear that's the issue. There is a bit of wear on them over the years and one or two of them are a little bit sharp. But what do you think? Let me know. What do you reckon? Is that enough to cause that issue? They're really not the worst ones I've ever seen. Some of them I've seen and the whole teeth are missing and then the starter motor can't get in there. But these ones really aren't that bad at all. We'll note it anyway. We'll put the cover back on, get the starter motor back in. And let's hope that we've got a fix. There's something in here going on. Okay fellas, starter motor's back on, plate's back on. I'm just about to put this stuff back on as well. But I have noticed that the main wire to the starter motor is pretty corroded, so I'm going to clean that up. Because if that's not making a good connection, then it might not be getting the power that it wants. So maybe that's it as well. All we can do is keep trying. So I'll chuck that back on, make sure the nut's nice and tight. We can drop it down and we'll give it a try. Beautiful. Okay fellas, it's all back together again, battery's back on. I'm just wondering if we've actually sorted anything, because obviously we saw the little brass bush in the end of the starter motor and obviously slight damage to the teeth on the ring gear. So however our greasing up has sorted it. Also we had the electrical connection on the starter as well that needed cleaning up because that was pretty grubby, and if there was any loss of amperage through that and the nut wasn't quite tight either, then maybe the starter motor would skip or not engage properly. So let's jump in, fingers crossed we've got it fixed up. I did try it quite a few times and I must have done it about 20 or 30 times and it's fired up great most of the time. It did skip once, so I don't know if we're going to have to dive in a little bit deeper in the future. I don't know if our little quick fixes have actually sorted much, but if you have any idea whether you think it's the ring gear or the starter motor, I think it's the starter motor that's not quite up to scratch. It does look like a remanufactured one, and again that brass bush as well was spinning, so maybe that's just kicking it off a little bit. But if you have any ideas, I get lots of clever chaps in the comments giving me a little bit of advice, things that I might not have thought of. So let me know down below if you reckon it's alright, or if you reckon we need to change the ring gear or the starter motor. Who knows? You've come along with me in this journey of starter motor issues, and yeah, I'll speak to the customer and I'll see what he wants to do next. So if you like repairing stuff, classic cars, loads of mad cool stuff, chuck us a subscribe down below and I'll see you on the next one.